For example, if I write on Google profitable MA broker here, right, right. We all know there are a lot of AFLs on the internet, right? But of course, I mean, there's no harm in trying what they are doing. So, we can actually see, for example, this one looks very, this has a very attractive headline, book profit with 101% guarantee. Okay. Okay, the guy has given some screenshot also, and there's a very lengthy code. So now what we can do is we can verify this code using the paper trading app. Now, why verification is necessary through paper trading is because there may be errors in the code which may not look obvious in the backtest. This one throws a lot of errors actually. Let's leave this. Okay, AFL of the week. Let us try picking up this file. Okay. Okay. Reset the strategy and share this and probably close this thing also. What actually at least it looks is that before this big movement it was able to short that, or we can actually run this paper trading to see where it was actually able to short this, right, where actually it was able to take this short, which could have been a very big winning trade, right? So this happened on 7th December. Same, I'm running that. Okay, let me use market order first, right? Market order is the simplest type of order. Let me see what could have happened if I used market order and I could have picked the entry and exit price from the AFL itself. That was actually the first option. Okay. Now, tuck, tuck. Okay. So where does it actually takes the short is at 1824 3.9 at the bottom of the candle. This is what could have happened in the market order. And let me try, I mean, if I use the limit order, it will show me the exact price at which the AFL is sending that order, right? So I will go back, reset the strategy, go forward, limit order at, yeah, yeah, of course it shows on the top also 18601. 18601 is what the AFL is. I mean, that is ridiculous actually. I mean, there's absolutely no chance of it getting fit. And by the way, this movement, it seems to have appeared from some price shock. It was in a 1 minute. It was within 1 minute only. Okay. So wait, but see, the point here was if you could have backtested this strategy, it would have showed you a price of 18601. Right? In backtest, it would have showed you 18601. That there are chances of getting filled at 18601. And because you are paper trading it, in a simulated environment, it shows you the hard reality, right? You could have been filled at the bottom. Okay, let us also see for this buy order. Buy order sent and filled at prices 18472. That is what the AFL says. Wait, but there is one more problem here. The AFL actually triggered, the buy signal, but it didn't plot it on the chart. What it shows on the chart, it doesn't shows anything on the chart actually. So if you're trading, it actually shows one candle later. Wait. So, and one candle later, we actually have another buy. So if you were trading this AFL live, you could have actually bought twice, and you would have been wondering where the extra buy came from. Maybe the broker made some mistake, or maybe there was some software error in the execution, right? So we see that this AFL has another issue, and which is called, in general terminology, that is called repainting signals. It throws trades which it does not actually puts up on the chart. Right? So now this is someone else's AFL which we have downloaded from the internet, but we could have been doing the same mistake ourselves. That is my point. Right? We could have been doing the same mistake in our coding, backtesting, or optimization. So it is actually essential to have yes, no question. So it is actually essential to have do some paper trading before we actually go with actual money. Okay, that is why I was saying that you should always use the highest resolution of data you have. I mean, if you have 1 minute data, you should use step interval of 1 minute only, regardless whether you are testing the strategy on daily time frame or 15-minute time frame or 60-minute time frame, right? And if you want to verify your backtest, all you have to do is set this paper trade system for, say, for example, past 30 days, right? You can do some other work in the meanwhile. This system will log the trades. These were the trades we took right now in our testing, right? These are the trades. So the system will log these trades, and you can match the execution price in these trades, the execution time in these trades with your actual backtest. At least the execution time should match. If even that is not matching, I mean, if the price is not matching, okay, there may be some innocent, innocent mistake of not putting up the right slippage. But if the time is also not matching, then it is a very serious situation. It means either your code is repainting itself, it throws signal. I mean, it throws signals, but it does not actually retains them, right? I mean, the value of buy and sell are not static. They may change depending on the market conditions. It may show a buy right now, but it may forget that buy few moments later if the market goes down.